Good day, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to my channel. This is Girls Connection, the World of Connection. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, click the notification bell to receive daily news updates locally and internationally. Stories coming up in today's news headlines are: Woman's world shattered. 22-year-old wants answers after doctors remove her womb. Wife allegedly killed by husband shot 6 times. Wife allegedly killed by husband shot 6 times in her head. Bucky Marshall shot dead in Maxwell Avenue, Kingston. Measles alert and reggae girls get 5-0 from Italy. A 22-year-old woman's world was shattered after doctors removed her womb last December. The woman, Charlotte Carr, said her ordeal began last July when she was told by a doctor at Kingston Public Hospital that she had lost the baby she was carrying. She said that she was 3 months pregnant at the time. July 25, 2018, I went to KPH because I was passing clots of blood and was feeling a lot of pain in my belly. They used a spatula to open the vagina and said I was having a miscarriage. They sent me to Jubilee where they did a D&C, Carr said. D&C refers to dilation and curettage, a procedure to remove tissue from inside the uterus. Doctors perform it to deal with uterine conditions such as heavy bleeding or to clear the uterine lining after a miscarriage or abortion. Disappointment that she had lost her baby, Carr left the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in a lot of pain, both physical and mental. But her world was further turned upside down when she found out she was still pregnant. Carr said that a month after the D&C, she went to the Spanish Town Hospital to address the constant pain. She was told to do a pregnancy test, which to her surprise came back positive. My baby had active body parts and seemed fine, she said. Confused about this discovery, Carr said she brought the results back to Jubilee and started to ask questions about the D&C that was performed only weeks before. Carr said that she was still in pain and saw the assistant of the doctors to find out what was the cause of her discomfort. I kept going back to the hospital because I was in pain and they kept telling me that it was an infection. When I was about 5 months, I went back again and they said I have a bladder infection and I got an injection and they sent me home. They said that since the baby is fine and growing, I should just keep going to the clinic for a checkup, she said. The news of the baby's progress caused Carr to choose the name Miracle for the child. Her joy, however, was short-lived. On the 29th of November, I was at home washing. It felt like I couldn't breathe. I was rushed to the hospital. When I went there, the doctor was feeling for the heartbeat but did not get one. I was admitted in the night and I did an ultrasound. And they said that the umbilical cord was separated from me but was still attached to the baby and the baby had died, she said. For days, Carr said they tried to induce labor by inserting pills in her vagina and giving her oral medication. However, nothing worked. On day 7, Carr said that the doctors decided that they needed to do a cesarean section, which she agreed to. I was told that after they took out the baby, I was bleeding out and they had to call senior doctors. They said that I was cut from my navel come up to my chest to see why I was bleeding, and when the doctor opened me up, she said that all my organs and intestine clamped down on the urethra, and when she removed all of that, she saw that my womb was badly torn up and she had to remove it, Carr said. Carr said that she cried non-stop after hearing the news. My pressure go up, everything go up. I got therapy to help me deal with the loss of my baby and my womb. My mom came and said that if I wanted to come out of the hospital, I need to get my pressure down and get better, she said, while noting that her mom and boyfriend have been her rock since the incident. Since December, Carr said she made a complaint to the hospital and asked for a report on what happened to her, but her requests have fallen on deaf ears. Carr said she acquired the services of a lawyer, however, and was told that her docket could not be found. Contacted by the Weekend Star, public defender Arlene Harrison Henry said that as she does not have all the information, she can only advise that Carr visit her office to retain the services of private lawyers to investigate the circumstances under which her womb was removed. Someone who is in need of assistance in investigating the procedures done on her when she first presented herself at the hospital and the problems which arose which would have caused the doctors to take such a drastic action as to removing a womb. In that scenario, one may need an outside opinion based on what she said and what the hospital said and be guided on a conclusion, she said. We attempted to contact Colleen Wright, CEO of KPH and VJH, for a comment. Repeated calls to her cell phone went unanswered. Wife allegedly killed by policeman husband shot 6 times in the head. The policeman who has been charged with murdering his wife during a dispute at their home in Tower Isa, St. Mary last month was denied bail when he appeared in the St. Mary Parish Court on Thursday. The accused Detective Corporal Kirk Lawrence was charged just over a week ago with murder in connection with the shooting death of 45-year-old Janet Hardy Lawrence. Prosecutors and attorneys from the Independent Commission of Investigations objected to bail for the accused based on the policeman's potential flight risk. In denying bail, the presiding judge took into account that Hardy Lawrence was unharmed when she was shot multiple times, including 6 times in the head, according to a post-mortem report. The presiding judge ordered the policeman remanded and set a mentioned date on Thursday, July 11. Police reports are that on Tuesday, May 28, about 6:30 a.m., Lawrence and his wife, who was a businesswoman, were engaged in an argument at their house in Jamaica Beach, Tower Isa. Residents reported that they heard loud explosions and alerted the police. On their arrival, the accused officer, who is assigned to the Trelawney Police Division, was found by his fellow law enforcers at the main entrance of the house. Hardy Lawrence was found with several gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at hospital. According to Indicom, which probed the case, the police found 2 guns, a service pistol and a licensed firearm, which were both connected to the accused policeman, along with 12 spent shells on the scene. The detective corporal was reportedly questioned in the presence of his attorney, and a file subsequently sent to the Director of Public Prosecution, who ruled that he would be charged with murder. There have been conflicting reports surrounding the couple's troubled marriage. Interestingly, the detective corporal reportedly detailed his alleged troubles in a voice note to his colleagues, in which he reportedly also confessed to having killed her moments before the recording. Bucky Marshall shot to death in Maxfield Avenue, Kingston. Another murder has been recorded in the Maxwell Avenue area of Kingston. The latest victim is 29-year-old Roger Shaw, also known as Bucky Marshall. Shaw was attacked and shot to death at his home on Wednesday, June 12. The Denham Town Police reported that about 12:45 a.m., Shaw was at his home when a gang of armed men invaded the premises. Without hesitation, the men reportedly fired several shots at Shaw. He was hit multiple times all over his body and was pronounced dead on arrival at a hospital. The police reported that a section of Maxfield Avenue have been under the gun as rival factions lock horns, and Shaw's death is being investigated as part of an ongoing gang feud. Measles alert. US, Canada among 12 countries named in JA travel advisory. The Ministry of Health and Wellness yesterday issued a travel advisory on 12 countries, including the United States and Canada, in light of an outbreak of the measles virus in the region. The other countries identified are Argentina, the Bahamas, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Mexico, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline McKenzie yesterday advised travelers to these countries to ensure that they are adequately protected. Measles is a highly contagious viral disease affecting mainly children. Infection spreads rapidly even before symptoms are evident and therefore has the potential to cause outbreaks. Vaccination is the only way to prevent the spread of measles. 2 doses of the MMR, measles mumps rubella vaccine, are needed to provide full protection against the disease, she said. The ministry is seeking full cooperation of parents and guardians to ensure that their children receive the 2 doses of MMR vaccine, especially before traveling to a country that is known to have reported cases of measles, Dr. Mackenzie said. She added that Jamaica has prioritized the MMR vaccination for children 10 years and older and said the Ministry of Health and Wellness provides vaccine free of cost to children. The CMO also said that adults over 40 years of age are likely to be immune to measles, given that the virus would have been circulating, and several measles vaccination campaigns have been conducted since then to ensure the protection of the population at that time. As of March, there were 3,674 suspected cases and 596 confirmed cases in the region, with over 300 of the confirmed cases from the US. In Europe, in January 2019, there were 881 cases of measles reported in 19 countries. Dr. Mackenzie said that people who are unsure of their vaccination status should contact their healthcare provider or visit a health center, while individuals who develop a fever and rash, especially after visiting a country known to have measles cases, must contact their healthcare provider or visit a healthcare center immediately. Yesterday, family physician Dr. Susan Minot-Arscott said that the internet mothers who have made decisions without researching to not have their children vaccinated are partly responsible for the current outbreak. Dr. Minot-Arscott fingered international media as culprits too, arguing that coverage was provided for the campaign against vaccination. There is now this critical mass of unimmunized people in the US that has caused an outbreak of measles, which we have not seen in the last 30 years. So there's the whole generation of young people who are now parents who have never seen measles, and how sick the children can be, Dr. Minot-Arscott said. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has recorded 1,022 cases of measles since the start of the year, the most cases reported since 1992 in that country. New York has been the epicenter of the country's measles outbreak. The anti-vaccine movement has urged that vaccination causes autism and a range of other illnesses, so they have made a judgment call based on information they think is rubbish, and now they are reaping whirlwind. It's very foolish young people who have caused all of this, Dr. Minot-Arscott said. The physicians, which she said, have been very good and have held up to scrutiny. The system we have of immunization has been very, very good. In fact, we are the leaders in terms of immunization campaign, and in many, many areas from the 1960s when our immunization programs went out to the primary care facilities. We have done very, very well. We want to keep it that way, so we are saying to people who are traveling to places which have the outbreak, please make sure that if your children are traveling this summer, make sure that their vaccinations are up to date, Dr. Minot-Arscott stressed. She also advised adults who in the past might have only received 1 shot to ensure that they check their status before traveling. Reggae girls get 5-0 from Italy. Jamaica, playing in their first ever Women's World Cup, lost 5-0 against 5th-ranked Italy in a Group of C football match at the Stade Auguste Delon in Reims, France on Friday. The defeat means that the 53rd-ranked Jamaica's Reggae girls are without a point from 2 games in the 4-team group. Cristiana scored a hat-trick to put Italy into the second round. It was Italy's second hat-trick at the World Cup, as Cristiana joined Carolina Moraes, who did it in 1991. Cristiana's 3 goals were the 3rd hat-trick so far this World Cup. This is Girls Connection, the World Connection. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you.